mistake from the Frenchman.
God, should have been the man. Yes, sir. First class flights on the Delta.
Here comes Ward-Prowse. Loftus-Cheek takes aim.
This is Corner Flag Talk.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us once again. It's been another week. It's in the Bucks game. Week 3 has been concluded and we're here to talk about it with you guys. Before we get into that kind of stuff, we want to say thank you for supporting our barbecue fundraiser for a variety of different things. It was yesterday, and at the end of it all, it was successful. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Big shout outs to the corporations and companies that took big amounts, Tradewinds Hotel, RIK Limited, Maritime Financial Group, amongst many others, just those off the top of my head. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Just look out for when we do something again next time. Hopefully you can help contribute to a good cause too, which included the running of this podcast. I am tired right now, and the reason being is that we have a little surprise in the works for you guys coming soon. So look out for it. You might see it in the next month or two, and we also have a giveaway coming up. So look out for that. One lucky person can get a jersey of their club of their choice with their name and number on the back of it of their choice from a lucky winner from our giveaway that's coming up soon. So look out for that as well. So Virgil, I don't know where else to start. And then the big game from the weekend.
Yeah.
So I figured I might as well just get it, get it over with. So I have plenty to say. So before I get into it, Virgil, what was your takeaway from Liverpool versus Arsenal?
Liverpool versus Arsenal, that was the highlight game of the weekend. Going into that, I had high hopes for Arsenal. First thing I want to say is Arsenal did not disappoint me. Like, I looking at the scoreline, you'll say, everybody say Liverpool trash Arsenal, but nah, from that Arsenal side, how much that Arsenal side play, you can see there's a lot of potential in that side. There's a lot of, and this is stuff that we talked about before, a lot of chances not being taken with Aubameyang. My personal criticism with Aubameyang, I find he's a top striker, but I find he needs too much chances in order to get that goal. Whereas other players, if they get the first chance on goal, they might have a higher chance of scoring. But I find introduction Nicolas Pepe. I know most people will fight on and be like, okay, well, they're not really an impressive thing to dribble past Van Dijk, but that actually says a lot from Pepe. There's a lot of little errors there, looking at David Luiz, think from experience, a player like that, she shouldn't have. Even from just putting your hand across him, even if you got away with it, there's VAR wrong. So there's nowhere to hide in football now. But looking at, when I agree about Liverpool did well to show up. I know they were looking very shaky against Southampton last week, but I find the focus has to be on Arsenal this week. I think Arsenal look good. I find right now Emery has the players that he needs. And just for everybody to step up on, Emery gets the perfect balance with who he wants in attack, in the midfield. The only issue I find he started Ceballos up there with three of them.
Yeah.
And that was a little shaky. I know it couldn't come out to big games. You might feel like you need something big to do, but Arsenal right now just needs to find their winning formula. And once Arsenal can find that winning formula, any other side outside, any other side in the top 6. I'm going to say top 5 because it's City and Liverpool in the same bracket, and Arsenal. It'll be shocking if Arsenal trouble City. I'll be worried. But I think any other side Arsenal play, Arsenal could cause other problems.
So my takeaway from this was that first of all, before I get into Arsenal, talk about Liverpool, was that I thought Liverpool struggled in the sense that Liverpool's main source of creativity comes from the fullbacks, right? Mm-hmm. What Emery's plan was from the get-go was actually to give them the ball, because for two reasons. One, they actually haven't started off the season well. Robertson and Trent weren't or haven't been up to their quality that they have set as standards for the last season in the first 2 games. So I understood that. And then 2, when you're allowing them to be such high up the pitch that they are so involved in the play, leave space in behind, which was exploited by Arsenal, not to the point of scoring, but created some good chances on the break for them, right? Mm-hmm. However, what I want to credit Liverpool for was adapting to the game. Trent took the corner very quickly. not as like quick as notable as like I guess Barca, but a really quick corner to catch Arsenal off guard to score, settle the game down for them, and then now Arsenal had to change their tactics because they were soaking under pressure. Now they had to be on the offensive, and then after halftime, Klopp had them isolate the weaknesses in Arsenal's team, and namely being David Luiz. Isolated him, and they know that he's very prone to lack of concentration and lack of focus, and by isolating him, they put him in positions where he made mistakes. He sold out for Salah's second goal, the third goal, and that stupidness on the first goal that Salah scored. We have, like I said, there is VAR now. You are going to pick up on these things. How can you say it's soft when you're holding somebody's jersey, you know? So, you know, kudos to Liverpool to get a win in the end. I don't think... I'm not going to say that the scoreline wasn't representative of how the game was, because yes, Arsenal were pinned back a lot. And no, this isn't the football I wanted to see. However, when we think about, you know, Spurs stealing a point from City last week, you know, a Spurs fan told me I would have bitten somebody's hand off. They offered me that. I would have bitten somebody's hand off for a point at Anfield as well, right? And I think up until the 40th minute, I think Emery's plan worked. Unfortunately, you know, for things like corners, is kind of like anybody's game, really. Yeah. It's really up in the air of like, it's less about who's been playing well and who could just take that chance in that moment. And Liverpool did such, you know. And kudos to them. However, I think Arsenal deserve not much credit, but more credit than was given. Like I said, Trent and Robinson did not start the season well. Up to the standards that they have been, they have their crosses in this game as well weren't as precise and pinpoint as you are accustomed to. Therefore, they forced them into overhitting these crosses or trying to play a more possession-based game. And we all know Liverpool's midfield isn't that creative. And that left a lot of chances on the break. Pepe did really well, just missing the finishing. And, you know, I'm still not even concerned about that, because I'm like, he has been a late bloomer in his career. Now moved to the Premier League. Give him a little bit more time. Yeah. But he did really well to beat past Van Dijk, which was a highlight. And even one or two other chances that he created for himself and for Orba as well. I agree, Orba, he should be scoring, especially one way Adrian kicked the ball straight to him. Yeah. He should have at least put it on target at the very minimum. However, there were encouraging signs there, and I think Emery was right in the tactics that he chose. It's just, you know, lack of concentration on the corner, and then lack of focus from somebody who is supposed to be a veteran in the backline, and David Luiz caused the team to downfall. And I have been critical about David Luiz about this in the past. I was not that elated when he signed. I understood that he still was an upgrade on Mustafi. Yeah. But I mean, when the bar so low, anything really is an upgrade, you know. True. But it was a rough one to take, but lessons were learned, and there's no rest for the Gunners. Up next is Spurs, the North London derby in the Emirates Stadium. I hopefully they can put out a better performance there. I do expect to see a more attacking one. The one thing that shocked me on the video was that he didn't start Lacazette. Yeah, and Lacazette has a bigger potency in big games than Orba, and that kind of shocked me. And he also took very long to change the team, which was a little letdown from me for Emery as well. So yeah, so we just mentioned them already. Might as well go to the Spurs. I would lie, when Joelinton scored today, I really laugh, because it's the same problem again. Danny Rose not focusing on his man, and then you have the man stuff. Why Vertonghen not playing?
It's clear. Well, from that, in my first thought, and while looking at if I'm looking at the match and seeing the post-match interviews, I thought that there are a little falling out between him and Vertonghen. I know they had rumors of an issue between him and Poch, but you know,
right,
him being on the bench is being closer to being on the starting level.
Right.
So that was a good sign. But you could see a player like Vertonghen, once he's on form and once he is having a good day, he is one of the best defenders in the league.
Yeah.
You could see. I don't want to say from Vertonghen being on the bench, there was a clear sign of why, because this was really like a snatch and grab for Newcastle.
It was, yeah, definitely was.
It really was a snatch and grab, but you know, you know, since those are the small margin football, you don't know if a player like that will be able to, you know, properly command the back four and have the back four set up different. But that was a big thing. That was one of the highlights for Spurs. Why isn't Vertonghen on the field?
And there's a reason they went out and spent 35 million on Ryan Sessegnon. Is that, and also a reason why they were trying to move on Danny Rose this summer is because they don't think that Danny Rose is good enough to be playing for what Spurs want to be achieving this season. And him and Davinson Sanchez's lack of communication resulted in them not being aware of where Joelinton was and losing him. And ultimately, he scored a pretty good goal. Credit to Atsu for finding the Brazilian in a little bit of pocket of space. And good finisher, a good touch and finisher inside the box. However, this wasn't a case of like when they played Aston Villa first day, Virgil. Aston Villa, they were a little bit more creative and they played a lot better on that day in particular. But today alone, I just looked it up here really fast. I believe that it was 3 shots on target for Tottenham Hotspur. And when you think about them being at home, Virgil, that's not good enough, you know. At home to a Newcastle side that we've all paid to be going down, a Newcastle side that we've all paid to be lacking goals this year. And you allowed that in what should have been probably the 3rd best defensive team in the league we're looking at in Spurs. And that's just not good enough, you know. He started the team without Eriksen in the lineup. And then, again, questions about where is the depth in quality if Eriksen really wants to go. Started Lamela. Did he really contribute? I think not really. Son back into the team, but
not really effective.
Yeah, he wasn't effective. And on the whole, you have to wonder, you know, if Eriksen is to go, then where is that spark going to come from? Now, Tanguy didn't start today, but, you know, Chelsea still has to be better than, yes. But there's a big hole in the team when Eriksen doesn't play. And, you know, you have to wonder, you know, if Spurs going to be able to handle it if Eriksen moves on.
And just one thing to add on with Spurs. If Spurs wants to be in that conversation of pushing for the title, these are the games you have to win. You cannot be losing these games at home.
Yeah.
These are the games you have to win. And if you could see there's a Spurs side, and if you want to put on the goal to Vertonghen not being there, a Spurs defense without Vertonghen, and a Spurs midfield without Eriksen has no creativity.
Right.
If you want to base this off, and I know this is exaggerating it, but that is. If that is how Spurs will line up and how Spurs will play in the future, that's kind of a worry. And
I have the actual stats up here now. They've actually had less shots on target than Newcastle, 2 shots to 3. They've had 79% possession for 2 shots on target, 6 off target, 8 shots on the whole. That's, I mean, of where Spurs would like to be, of being Champions League finalists last year, should be pushing on from that to be getting silverware now, because that's part of the reason why Eriksen doesn't want to stay, because he feels like he's wasted his prime years not attaining anything tangible. So, on the flip side, I watched this Newcastle team, and credit to Joelinton, he has a huge burden on Virgil on his shoulders. Huge. Coming in for Rondon and Jose Perez, and there's a lot of them looking to him to the goals, but took his goal really well. And if it was one thing that I noticed, even when Arsenal played them on the first day and even today, they are very resolute at the back. We're looking at Lascelles and Fabian Schär. He set up a partnership there, and they done really well, being covered by Isaac Hayden in the midfield. And Dubravka is a very solid pair of hands in goal, and really, they did really well to keep Spurs out in this game. You know, we were speaking about on the way here about things like Crystal Palace could be in danger because they lack plenty goal output. Now, on the flip side of it now, when you're not scoring much, you need to be a team that concedes less. And at least that is something that I think this Newcastle side just might have going for them for this league campaign. So, just talk about Crystal Palace. You go to segues on point. So, Crystal Palace went to Manchester United with no wins, no goals for the seasons, and walked out with not just 1, but 2 goals. Not just 2 goals, but 3 points. And it was a comical day Reason being, Virgil, we spent the whole of last week hearing about, well, if Rashford is the designated penalty taker, then Pogba shouldn't be taking penalties. And then Rashford takes one and misses. And it's just real funny. And, this Man United side, it's so dependent on funneling things through Pogba or creating chaos on the break.
Yep.
So that now when these teams come and are willing to sit deep, they don't have a plan B. Or no, they did actually, but they sold them.
Very true.
And then replace them. We talked about that last weekend.
Yeah.
We should get paid to do this.
Yeah, sure.
But this, you didn't expect Lindelof to lose that header to Jordan Ayew, but he did really well to win it and really well to take that goal. A bit of a howler from the but I just think Patrick Van Aanholt's shot was just too strong. Like, I don't like. It's not like a case of some of the mistakes we saw from the here last year. Like, this was more one of where Patrick Van Aanholt just take a really good shot, and it just wasn't meant to be for United. That means that in United's last 15 fixtures under Ole, they have only 3 wins. And you have to, wonder how long Ole can really last in the job if he isn't going to get those wins.
I saw a lot of things that we talked about before come back up. Because if I want, I could go back to the same conversation that I had the first game of the season against Chelsea. I said, looking at this United versus Chelsea, 2 different stories here. Do not base United's season and do not base Chelsea's season off this game.
Yeah.
Because United going in looking at Chelsea's attack on that day, on the first day of the season, was poor. Young players now coming will be a little scared in the spotlight. But also the United defenses. The United defense look good, but they still have their weaknesses. And it was clear to see the first goal from the goal kick head on. From head on, Jordan Ayew slotted past the air. Simple things like that, simple mistakes like those things United cannot get out of this system. And as I said, them funneling too much of their chances through Pogba. They're looking at Pogba as, okay, they know how much they spend on Pogba. We know how good a player Pogba is, but sometimes I have to wonder if it would have been better to just let Pogba go and use that money all across the midfield, as well as all the strength in defense. Because Pogba being your main source of creativity.
Right.
Pogba has a tendency of being too slow. Pogba cannot release the ball too fast. And there are a lot of times showing this game, United was slow, not just through Pogba. I'm not going to just throw the blame on the Pogba. For the entire side, they were too slow at releasing. This is not how you'll survive in the Premier League. Being too slow and taking too long, being caught in 2 minds. You will not survive in the Premier League over that.
And my thing is that when you only have one player that could be a true source of creativity in your team, that is very easy to nullify that source.
Yeah.
Because when there's only one person to target, like we go back to the PSG game last year where they nullified Pogba in the first leg. When there's only one person that you could follow things through to get your team going, it's very easy to shut down your team. But just for the sake of time, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Frank Lampard, got his first win as Chelsea manager against Norwich City, against the great Pookie and friends. It was a real end-to-end game the first half, but it was filled with great goals. Before we get into Chelsea Virgil, I just want to say, now this Norwich team might be too open at the back, but in terms of going forward, they are beautiful to watch.
Yes.
We look at that first goal, and what I'm really impressed with this Norwich team is that at least in the final, the front 4 players of Wendy, Cantwell, Pookie, and Stiperman, if I'm incorrect, I'm sorry. But they are very good at retaining the ball under pressure. And then they are also very good at linking with one another.
Yeah.
Most of these players have been playing together for a little while now, since last year, the championship. And they have that understanding with one another, to little flicks and tricks to move and score. And it really is a pleasure to watch, But this is Frank Lampard's game. This is Chelsea's game, and let's not take away from that. If all 3 goals were scored by Chelsea graduates, Chelsea Academy graduates. Mason Mount getting another goal to notch at his belt, and first 2 goals for Tammy Abraham. One which was a good finish from Aspilicueta across, and another one totally of his own making. Touch inside one, cuts past the next one, and fires it past Tim Krul. And now, we spoke coming here, Virgil, that I had this little analogy that I came up with, that Chelsea last year under Hazard still being there was like Hazard was like Batman. And then now around Batman he's having his Robins, his sidekicks. And Hazard had his sidekicks around him, a little goal here from Loftus-Cheek, a goal from Pedro and that kind of stuff. But because of the transfer ban, unfortunately, they didn't get to replace their Batman. And now you're leaving a bunch of Robins, a bunch of sidekicks, with all due respect to the players at Chelsea, and I shouldn't be saying this probably after a win. But you're leaving the job of a hero to some sidekicks. And they can handle, little bank robbers and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But when Joker and the Riddler and the Penguin come up against them, they would always be able to outsmart them. And now, bring them back to football now. Leaving Hazard on the team, 48.1% of their goals last year. They have to be made up somewhere this year. But kudos to the Chelsea team. Mason Mount looked like a big talent, big talent under Frank. Took his goal really well, and he looks like he has the personality to be willing to step up into that Hazard-shaped hole into the team. And what's your takeaway from this team, from this game?
The good thing I saw with this game is, and from watching the game I wasn't really paying much attention on how much they missed Hazard. I find with these youth players, and I just thought back to Loftus-Cheek comes back. These youth players right now have all the potential in the world. These youth players right now they could just shoot for the stars right now. All these youth players need right now is confidence. And it showed in Tammy Abraham's second goal. Once you have confidence in yourself, they will try anything because they know what they know to them. They know that if they try and it come off, it's a big bonus. If it doesn't, they keep trying again. And they have the resilience. They have the resilience about them. And with everybody, all youth players playing good together, this Chelsea side would not just be a one-man show. The Chelsea side could be a unit, but everybody has to be playing good together.
Yeah, that's a good point, because even going back to my analogy, they were so focused on Hazard being the main man that others were forced to play secondary roles. Now each person needs to step forward, Virgil, in this team. And one of my really good friends, Stefan, me and him, I have been a huge Tammy Abraham fan for a few years now, and seeing that the confidence wasn't there yet for him against United, and he just couldn't get those goals. Then he came on against Leicester, couldn't influence the game, missed the penalty versus Liverpool. You wonder where that confidence could be. And then you saw how much it meant to him to score that goal. Like he went and hugged up Frank after he scored. And then boom, a little bit of confidence, and he's dribbling past players and slotting it past the keeper. And confidence is such a big thing for footballers nowadays that you can see now maybe this Chelsea team could use this as a platform to go and perform again. And now, they just finished playing one promoted side. They have to play Sheffield next week, and Sheffield look like a very stern test. So it'll be very interesting to see how they perform against the Blades. And just talking about Batman, going on to the Justice League of the Premier League in Manchester City, where they don't have one man, they have a league of heroes on that team. We saw today where not necessarily the main man, but maybe he is Kevin De Bruyne, wasn't having his best of games. You saw that there are other people capable of stepping up when he isn't at his top game. We saw David Silva have one of his better games in recent times. We saw Aguero being decisive once again. And, it's just the responsibility in this Man City team is such shared around that we was now talking about United being able to pinpoint Pogba as a creativity point to stifle him. There is nobody you can stifle in this City team. And Bournemouth isn't necessarily an easy place to go. I said that's probably the hardest stadiums to visit. What was your feel coming out of this game?
Looking at that, I would agree with that analogy with Manchester City, because it's clear to see from the game, Kevin De Bruyne didn't have one of his most outstanding games, but bringing back David Silva into this team to have his 400th appearance for the club, it showed how much depth we have. David Silva coming alive. After David Silva didn't play a part last week, and him coming alive and being the main man. It showed, and also showed for the first goal. Aguero was quiet for the majority of the game. In the first 15 minutes, that winning goal came, and that came from first shot on target from Aguero. Aguero being decisive. This is just to go back to the Aubameyang what I was talking about. Is players like this. Aguero getting his first chance on goal. A goal, and it came from a scuff shot from De Bruyne and a very hard ball to control too. A full power hit, miss hit, spinning, and you controlled and finished. And when Sterling scored, that was a played a wonderful pass to Sterling. Sterling was quiet and Sterling came alive. These are what the standard of other Premier League clubs will look up to. They will look up to a team full of match winners. We do not have one source we do not have one main talent. We do not have this one source for a spark. We have everybody around playing their part. Bernardo Silva was quiet this game. You can see Bernardo Silva for the assist David Silva got for Sterling's goal. Now so a big part in creating a chance for David Silva. A lot of people, everybody pulling their weight, no one dropping into the holding midfield role. He looked very good. They're playing. It just everybody knows the position to play and everybody executed well. Was everybody working together? If one person had a bad day, it would not show. And that's the good thing with Pep. Pep had a lot of depth. Going to Bournemouth was a very tough place to be. It was coming on to the end. It felt like a routine win, but short for the entire game, I'll let you know it was anything but a routine win. I'll have to give credit to Bournemouth and give credit to them. They show a lot of fight. Harry Wilson, he scored that goal. He looked like a bright, because he was on loan under Frank last season at Derby. You could see why Bournemouth was eager for him to be back in the side. He is a wonderful talent.
And we spoke speaking before we came on, Virgil, about like Chelsea, and they comparing them to Man City, and before people criticize Man City for what they are, we are saying that this should be the level that people should be aspiring to.
Yeah.
That to be this multi-talented team. And we are also seeing that the Premier League is in a phase right now where all the teams, I know this sounds superficial that yes, everybody's constantly improving, but now we are seeing like substantial improvement, not just from the top 6 teams and then there's this big bar of talent and then the smaller teams, but we're seeing the Leicesters and the Wolves and the somewhere in there's Everton improving and getting better and want to really push the envelope to be in the top 6, and we are seeing that change in quality, and this is why Chelsea getting that transfer ban is such a big thing, because that's 1 year of development that they have to put off. However, gives them a chance for players like Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham to break into the team. So we're gonna go into our trivia section. So first thing, Virgil. Most away goals in Premier League history. The 5th person is Sergio Aguero.
Yeah, in Premier League history.
Yeah, okay. Most away goals, right?
Yeah.
I would like for you to guess the 4 above him. I'll give you one kind of a hint. He's actually tied on 5th with Michael Owen. So he's not one of the 5. 4 men above him.
After away goals.
Yeah.
Alan Shearer.
Yeah? He's second.
Henry.
No.
Wayne Rooney.
Yes, he's first.
Yeah. Suarez.
No.
Yeah,
he's not what? The third one is not a striker, he's a midfielder.
A midfielder. Currently playing top 6?
No, he done.
Midfielder.
He's a manager now.
See, the time Lampard.
Yeah.
Lampard.
Last one is Andy Cole. I don't know if that one would have been kind of wrong. I actually know Andy Cole's scored that much.
Andy Cole caused it back in his days.
It's true.
Him and Crouch caused it.
Kevin De Bruyne has now 50 assists in the Premier League, achieving the milestone in the fewest amount of appearances with 123.
Yeah.
I mean, in my defense, I find he take too long to do that. Kevin,
Honestly,
the talent around him though.
Very true.
Can you guess the other 5 players in the top 5 fastest to 50 assists?
Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah, he's 5th.
Yeah. David Silva.
Nope.
Trying to remember this there, boy. 50 assists. Jeez, I know I saw this film because like I was keeping track of this. Why I think in CR7?
No,
he was not CR7. Kevin Rooney again.
nah.
Assists. I remember Fabregas for sure. I know Fabregas for sure.
Alright, hint.
Lampard not there.
No.
Gerrard.
No. In the 3 remaining players,
Yeah.
2 played for Arsenal.
Vieira.
No. 2 played for Arsenal and 1 played for United.
2 for Arsenal, 1 played for United.
Yeah.
Jeez. 2 for Arsenal. Can't be Henry.
No.
A legend.
1 is a legend. 1 still plays for them.
Bootcamp.
Yes.
I know Bootcamp. Still plays for Arsenal. Özil.
Yes.
Yes, Özil right after the break. And United is Giggsy.
Nah. I think he's most overall though.
Scores?
Nah. He's actually a forward.
Van Nistelrooy.
With real attitude though and arrogance.
Attitude. Who? United.
Yeah, and he was French.
Cantona.
Yes, Eric Cantona.
Cantona is a pronomassus.
Yeah, boy. And
I know some ones. I would probably put Beckham in that list. You know?
the last one that I had obviously ready somewhere. Right. Sergio Aguero and David Silva have now combined for 27 goals in the Premier League. There are only 2 duos to ever combine for more goals. Who are those 2 duos? Hint. 1 duo played for Arsenal and 1 for Chelsea.
Duo. The name I called before, and
Yeah.
Henry is one of them.
Right. Is Henry and who?
It's not Buka.
No.
It's who's this fellow boy? Go watch. I know him. With the L.
Nah, it's not he.
Jeez, boy, that name slipped my mind.
I actually don't know if you get it.
Henry just now. Henry and let's see. Jeez, I really don't know.
Is Henry and Perez.
Nah, I guess that.
And then from Chelsea.
From Chelsea, a dynamic duo. I would have to say Lampard.
Right?
Drogba.
Yeah. And your goal of the weekend.
Goal of the weekend have to go down to. I have to give it to. Nah, I'll change my mind. I give it to Harry Wilson, that free kick.
Alright, and I give it to Tammy Abraham. Really, really good goal. I'm really, really happy for him to, overcome that mental hurdle, and now we're seeing what could be his better form. Yeah. Thanks guys for joining us as usual. Drop a like, drop a comment, drop a little subscribe. Look out for our competition and more changes coming soon. Catch you guys next time. See you soon. Take it easy. Later.
God, should have been the man, yes sir. First class flights on the Delta. Check still sitting on the dresser, yes sir. I settle for the lessons. Should have been the man, yes sir. Head down but I stay blessed up. God told me that I'm next up, yes sir.